The only game where you can quit and win. Think you have what it takes to last 5 rounds? Let's find out. Beef Vegan presents Tap Out.
Rock 2.1 KFMA. It's time for another round of Tap Out. In studio, our very special guest, the GM from Fired Pie. We have Aaron. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning.
All right, 600 KFMA is the phone number. Here's the deal. Yo, Rock 2.1. We are live on the podcast broadcast. Can you hear us? That's the question I want to know. Because I did something different with my my board this morning, and I'm not getting audio back. And I did this because I'm trying to prevent any kind of echoing that you may get. But yes, can you hear me? Can you hear words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yes.
Oh, you can?
Because I've got you over here on my thing, so I hear you coming out. I mean, I can turn the volume up.
Yeah, turn the volume up. Let me hear the echo.
He says it sounds weird.
Sounds weird?
That's what someone's saying.
Shit,
it is
it's
echoing.
Oh, you know what? No, it's echoing because of Powers. I didn't mute Powers channel thing. That's another me thing. Okay, so now, does it sound good now? This is the kind of day I'm having on this hump day. I don't know if you've been listening. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just extra annoyed because I can't, string together my thoughts and stuff. So
there you go. Perf. There you go. That's what I thought too.
All right. Perf is good. I got perf good. Good. Well,
perf because you're profesh, baby.
So professional. Here's the show open from this morning. How's this sound?
You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Here we go. Yo, welcome back to the show. Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 2.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. Look how easily I get distracted. Oh, look, a shiny object. Oh, look at that over there. Oh, wait, I'm doing a radio show. Good morning, Tucson. I hope you guys are feeling good on this hump day. We got things lined up for you, like a 4-pack of tickets for the Tucson Roadrunners, a little family night action going down this Saturday. I was actually, I know you're recording here for the Instagram. I was actually pleasantly surprised at my schedule this week because I was looking at it and I was like, oh, I have to do a Roadrunners game on Monday, which is President's Day, which I had the day off. Just fine, but I'm like, oh, I'm going to be tired on Tuesday. Then I noticed that actually the games are Saturday and Sunday. So I will not be tired because I have the day off on Monday. And it's just a little side note. I don't know why I scheduled it that way, but I did. And honestly, I have all eyes and my mentality focused on Mexico right now because it's starting to get warm.
Yeah.
You're starting to feel that, even though I think we're going to get rain for the next couple days. But now I'm just planning my Mexican getaways, like how many times I think I'm planning on going to Rocky Point twice in April.
Oh.
Yes. Like 2 different weekends. You ever been to Rocky Point?
No.
Oh, it's fantastic.
How long is the drive?
It's only 4 hours, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, actually 3.5 if you speed through a lot of the beeline, and I know that I do. And it's basically it's our ocean, it's our San Diego, a little cheaper version of it, and it's great. So I look forward to it as my mental escape, my recharge, if you will, and also to burn a couple brain cells. It's good because sometimes you can have too many brain cells, and if you get a couple extra, over your limit. They bog you down emotionally. Yeah. They hold you down.
It's true.
So I destroy those. I focus in on those, the brain cells that are extra that I feel like are making me blue on some days. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to eradicate you with shots of tequila, a little party here, a little party there, boom, boom, bam. And then I come back from Rocky Point each and every year, a little slower, a little happier.
I was going to say, I don't think anyone's accused you in a while of having too many brain cells. It's smart. That's self-care.
I'm accumulating. No, I've been reading, and I've been accumulating brain cells, and I feel like I'm at my surplus. I've been accumulating brain cells a little too much without enough, brain cells burnage.
Yeah.
That's what they call it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I need to earn a couple more brain cells before I go down there. Okay. I mean, I don't want to come back from Rocky Point full blown drool mode, but I don't mind if I do, actually, because they say ignorance is bliss. So the dumber you are, the happier you are. And I'm generally a happy person, which I know that I was miserable when I was younger because I was super intelligent. So my little method of happiness has been working out for me. It's essentially, party hard, drink it till your pants fall off, wake up the next morning feeling like a jackhammer went through your eardrum, and then shake it off like a man. Right? Eat some red meat and some cheese, and then boom, recover and go on your day feeling happy, feeling blissful, feeling dumb as hell.
And it's only a Wednesday, this man. My goodness.
I'm telling you, I'm starting off the show with the beef tip. I'll end it with the beef tip. You get educated this morning, each and every morning here on Beef Vegan Presents. But yes, we are giving away the family 4-pack of tickets. That's what I was initially talking about, and that's going to happen in the 7 o'clock hour. Of course, we got your F My Lifes, and we have a lot of things to cover as far as the world of news. Like, there's a priest up in Arizona who apparently he's been baptizing people wrong for 25 years.
I read that and I feel bad.
Do you feel bad
for him? Because he's like heartbroken.
He's heartbroken because every single baptism he did is now void.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said that.
Right.
Like, they're like, well, sorry, Gary, but yeah, it looks like you've damned a lot of people to hell.
Right.
Like, all those babies. I'm sorry.
So
Sorry, folks.
none of it counts.
Like, what about the weddings? Ooh, it gets tricky too. We might have to look into that. All these marriages, annul them all immediately.
Yeah.
What?
What do you think he said immediately after he found out that he botched over hundreds of baptisms?
I was just, can you bleep me live? He just goes, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Exactly. That's the answer I was looking for.
Right.
So maybe if he would have said that, and he said the name in there, I don't know what he did to do it wrong. And I'm sure that everyone who was baptized.
No, I know what he did.
What did he do?
It was just a misphrasing. Instead of saying I, this, the church,
Uh-huh.
he was saying we and or vice versa of that. Okay. He was saying we and he should have said I. So it was just that.
What if his pronoun was plural?
Either way, it's that. It's not like they mixed up the formula.
Right.
It's oh no, you said the wrong pronoun. So now I think they're void. Yeah. Well, we got to look at these marriages too.
Right.
And he ends up leaving.
Yeah.
Like he's
an embarrassment.
Oh,
see, I wouldn't do that. I F up all the time.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, you know what? Yes, I'm embarrassed, but you have to deal with that because I'm not going anywhere. And yes, I might F up again. So bring on more work for me, please, so I could F it all up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's funny that he be shamed out of his position.
Oh, if this was a different country, he'd perform seppuku. He'd just put the knife right into his own chest. He would. I am shamed. He's full of shame.
All right. So no matter how your week is going, it's not as bad as the priest up in Phoenix. So you got that going for you. See, little positive notes here.
Yeah.
All right. We got the Morning Moron coming up here after There's Wasteland. We'll kick things off with Freak Unleashed by Korn. Let's get this hump day going good. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Let's go.
So,
all right, welcome back. And we'll take that out. Let's get powers in here.
Okay.
All right. Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Do you smell weed?
What is that what that was?
That's exactly what that is. Oh, it's weed. What's up?
Oh, boom.
Hey, homie.
What's going on, yo?
It's been a long time since we've seen Mr. Hotrock Supajoint. Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear you fantastic, homie. There's no echo or nothing. It sounds great.
Nice. Well, just give us a moment because I'm sure we'll F it up. I've been having all different types of issues this morning. The technical issues inside my own mind. But, that's my fault because I spent time watching the challenge yesterday and doing a bunch of brain dead activities. Oh, trying to do my taxes. That's a fried me out, man. Have you done your taxes yet, Hotrock? And can you claim a weed as a write-off?
I can because it's part of my job, homie. So yes, I am going to write off all my weed this year. I'm really excited. I expect to get tons of money back, yo.
Let me ask this is a real question, okay? If you could guess me how much money you spent on weed this year, what would the ballpark figure be?
All of it, homie. All my money on weed, yo. It's what I do. It's what I spend my money on.
Yeah, but there's no ballpark number Because I can imagine. I mean, you're smoking right now, and then weed's not cheap, even when you got the Hot Rocks hookup, which I'm sure people are trying to hook them up with free weed all the time.
All the time, homie. All the time. It's awesome. I honestly, I ain't done my taxes yet, so I ain't seen how much I spent on this shit yet, yo.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting.
You keep receipts.
Oh yeah,
Gotta
And
keep receipts, homie. 2022.
Like,
Everybody's
It's
keeping
so
receipts.
funny because you couldn't claim this just a year or two ago.
well,
I don't think
guess
I could
now
really claim it either, but I'm gonna try, homie. At least
No,
you gotta
I
try
think
at least.
you can.
it's a business expense
you
for him.
absolutely
That's-
can. I mean,
the
I'm sure
plan,
they're going to be
boy.
like, hey, wait a minute. And like, no, for real. This is absolutely a business expense. It's I don't know. It doesn't count because recreational. I'm sorry. If you can take people out to lunch
Right.
and you're taking them to Chili's, you're getting a margarita. They're not asking for that receipt. So if you can buy booze and say that that's a business expense because you're wooing them customers,
Right.
weed, you can write that off.
All right, 9 seconds. Look, we're gonna get on the air, so no cursing. We're gonna be on the radio, and we're gonna talk Squid Game action. Let's do this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back. Beef Vegan Presents. It's the podcast broadcast. Joining us via satellite from his weed den, Mr. Hotrock Supajoint. Good morning, Hot Rock.
What's going on, homie? Thanks for having me again, Beef. I'm excited to be back. It's been weeks, homie.
Yeah, it seems like 420 weeks. but
Yeah.
I see what you did there, yo.
I did that for you. All right. As teased before we went into Cage Elephant, I was talking about a country that's going to be the first place in the world to host a real life Squid Game experience.
Oh.
Yeah, to do Squid Game, of course, it was a global phenomenon a couple months ago when it came out. The South Korean produced series that debuted on Netflix. Everybody watched it and everyone was digging it, thinking that's going to be our future. I didn't know it was going to be our present as well. Saudi Arabia just announced that they are going to be the first in the world to host this real life Squid Game event, just without the killing. Now, they said specifically that they're not going to do the killing, but it's Saudi Arabia. And if they involve poor people in the Squid Game, what's the over-under on them actually doing the killing?
Yeah, I don't know. That's not a good look, Saudi Arabia. What are you thinking? They're trying to rebrand their whole image, Jeddah, the city of the future, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So Saudi Arabia is doing some interesting things. The live Squid Game, I'm not sure. Not sure if that's going to work as well with PR. We'll see. That's terrifying.
We'll find out. Hot Rock Superjoint, would you watch a real-life Squid Game if Saudi Arabia produced it?
Absolutely, homie.
You know, that's the thing. And they have all the money. So, of course, poor people are contestants in Squid Game in the series, right? So, for Saudi Arabia, poor people would be literally every American. So, we are qualified to be contestants in their version of Squid Game, which is ultra depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as far as when we could expect them to start doing the real life Squid Game, there's no word on when they're going to release it, but they are in the works to create this Squid Game experience down to, you know, all the copyright infringement, the costumes, all of it. Yes.
It's true because where do the copyrights really go? It's like, oh, it was an American company, but Netflix that does this for a Korean show, and we're in Saudi Arabia, so we don't care about half of that stuff.
Yeah.
Let's just go for put triangles on faces. Let's go.
Right. What are you going to do? Sue us? We have all the money for all the lawyers. We have all the best lawyers. We're swimming in oil money. So we'll keep you posted on the real life Squid Game that Saudi Arabia is producing. Let's hope that, you know, North Korea doesn't get in on the action, because they looked at this and they were just mad that South Korea ripped off what they do on a normal Wednesday night.
Yeah.
We got more with Hot Rock Superjoint on the podcast broadcast stream. You can join us there. We're going to watch this trailer for Chippendales, and Powers has a hot take.
Hot take.
So if he has a Disney hot take, you know it's going to be something salacious.
Right.
Yeah, I can't wait for this. We're going to talk about that next on Beef Vegan Presents. Clear. Okay, so next being now being right now. You saw this yesterday?
I watched this trailer yesterday. Yeah.
Did you didn't do a weed hack for this Chippendale trailer here, Hot Rock?
I didn't even know that this was out yet. I'm gonna have to. I look like I got some work to do today, homies.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Let's watch the whole trailer. Don't stop it like last time. Like, let's watch the whole thing and then I'll tell you.
Okay,
up.
so this is Chippendale Rescue Rangers teaser trailer, Disney Plus. This is released from Walt Disney Studios, so this should be the legit one.
Yeah.
And I'll turn up a little bit of the volume here.
more seasons of the Rescue Rangers.
We were living the dream, dancing the Roger Rabbit with Roger Rabbit.
All right, so right off the bat, you recognize those voices, and I'm sure you probably got a little bit of echo in here, unfortunately. Can you recognize those voices? Hot Rock, you recognize those voices?
It's got to be Channing Tatum. Isn't he all about that Chippendales dancing that's supposed to be?
Nah. Yes, no, it's not Channing Tatum. Surprisingly enough, it is not. Let's continue to watch just a little bit more here, and I'll play a little bit more audio. But I don't trust the audio. That's why I'm not going.
Yeah, you don't have to.
You never go full audio, homie.
Never go full audio.
Crashing down.
So here's the story. You can see it.
By vanity.
You look different. Hey, it's no secret I had the CGI surgery done.
Consumed by
Jay's got the best of me. I just love it so much.
More, please. More, please.
Is it possible that two living legends are destined to reunite?
I'm thinking reboot.
Nobody wants a reboot.
All right. So Lonely Island produced this.
Yeah.
That's all the audio they're going to play. So it's live action. They actually show Roger Rabbit.
Right. So there's their Roger Rabbit, right? And here's your jokes. Oh, okay, right. Lots of references to stuff. So keep watching. They're rescuing the world. But you can see what the plot is. Okay. So the plot is it's behind the music, right? Here's all your cameos. Oh, there was Scrooge in a money bin. Probably cameo. Oh, there's a cameo. Oh, we paid to have My Little Ponies in here. There's a Jurassic Park reference. And that's all they're going to do. And it's just Space Jam 2 again. And here's all the IP. Everywhere you go. They're bitter drug addict jokes. Jokes about terrible, I got the CGI surgery. So plastic surgery jokes.
Yes.
They're just bitter, living in bitter modern times, making jokes about like bitter Hollywood baloney and stardom, and he's depressed and miserable. See, their voices are the way they are, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be, we don't modulate our voices because it's going to be about identity. Like, so they're going to say how they used to modulate our voices and I want to be heard now. That's why their voices are going to be the way they are. And they're not Chippendale, like sounded like chipmunks.
The voices that you're hearing are no voices at all as far as character voices. They are the voices of Andy Samberg and John Maloney.
John Mulaney,
Maloney. It's when he's on cocaine, he calls himself Maloney. But so they're real life friends. But yes, they don't do the chipmunk voice.
Right.
And usually it's iconic to have a higher pitched chipmunk voice.
They're going to say that, they modulate our voices and they were offended by it. So now they can finally talk normal. That'll be a joke.
Right.
I guarantee it. And
so you're hot take. So you're already hating this because it's crushing your childhood dreams?
No, because of the plot. It's cynical. Because it's a cynical thing. And now what it crushed was I've been waiting for them to do Roger Rabbit, quote unquote, too.
Yes.
Where we get to see the real world mixed with only Disney's going to bring together literally Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse in the same movie. That was unheard of, right? Now we see what Wreck-It Ralph has done and what now Space Jam 2 did the worst. Where Wreck-It Ralph was kind of fun. The characters, the cameos had little moments, right? The villains having their villain meeting. A fun moment. But the movie itself was still kind of about those characters. Space Jam was brutal. It was just brutal with their terrible, heartless story that was just vacant, and it was terrible. It seems the same way. Bitter, miserable, behind the music, stardom, and we hate each other. We used to be best friends, now we hate each other. He's going to be a miserable prick the whole movie, and at the end, he's finally going to see the whole thing's the right way. Here I am waiting for Roger Rabbit, and there it was. It's going to be a throwaway cameo joke.
Right.
We danced the Roger Rabbit. There it was.
Okay, so this is not a series. This is a movie.
This is gonna be a movie,
and it's a movie that's going directly to Disney Plus.
I don't know if I thought this looked like it's a movie. It's gonna be in theaters. I don't know if it's going straight to Disney Plus.
Well, I mean, it says Disney Plus here. Let's see. I have more information on it, unfortunately, and I didn't be so upset about it.
No, it's just negative.
Yeah, no, it comes out on Disney Plus on May 20th.
Okay,
so it's a made straight for Disney Plus movie. And stars John Mulaney and Andy Samberg, and as the Rescue Rangers, Chippendale, who were one of your favorite shows growing up. Is this why you're a little more protective and maybe a little more cynical about what it might be?
No, it's more the fact of like, here's our Disney live action movie with like, they even did 2D and CG, kind of fun.
Right. Is that because they only had half the budget?
Yeah, right. But then the reason
Yeah.
is like obnoxious. Like
Yeah.
again, you saw all the cheese thing, like it's drugs, right? It is. It's made for cynical 40-year-olds. And I'm like,
well, they know their demographic. Like 12-year-olds don't give a damn about Chippendales. This was our generation's cartoon.
Right. Now,
And-
again, 12-year-olds kind of do because there already is a reboot of Chippendale out right now. And it's all 2D flat and very modern the way cartoons look these days and all very screamy like Teen Titans and all this type of crap. So that's what it is like, oh, well, there it is. Like that's what it's be. Again, I told you that's what it's called. It's a hot take.
Yeah.
It's a hot take. I'm pissed.
Yeah,
I'm pissed.
He is super mad.
And after
His
Space
power is
Jam
trying
2,
to out cynic the
Yeah.
cynical movie.
look how Space Jam 2. Go back, look at those
You were
videos.
pumped.
I was so excited, right? And then
I knew it was gonna be shit. I don't know how you didn't know it was gonna be shit. I finally went off with you.
No,
Like
there was opportunity there.
watch it. Now I feel like this movie's gonna be good because you think it's
I
gonna
hope,
be shit.
and I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong. I want it to be good. But boy, these Ready Player One type of things where it's like, we can just pay for all these things.
Yes.
Look at him. My least favorite humor is reference humor. I hate it. That's what family. Hey, remember Mr. T? That's the joke. Remember
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
T?
All
Hate
right.
it. That's what these movies are.
All right, so okay with that, but I mean, it does have a lot of Hollywood heavyweights here, funny guys with John Mulaney, Andy
Yeah.
Samberg, Will
Lonely-
Arnett, Eric Bana,
Yeah.
Keegan, Michael Key, couldn't get Jordan Peele, couldn't afford that. Seth Rogen, so Rogen's gonna make a cameo. Maybe he's the villain.
No, he's a terrible CG character. So there's other characters. Oh, remember they say,
Oh, yes.
remember, because it's all about breaking the fourth wall, right? They
Right,
live in
right.
our miserable society. So that's the thing. It's like, oh no, look at that. Remember when CG was only kind of good, and these are the characters from that, and it's oh okay, all right, yeah, everything sucks, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, everything sucks, guys. You're right. Chippendale even think everything sucks. Like, so I don't know.
But chipmunks by nature are pretty cynical. I
don't know if they're cynical.
They're
They're
very
mischievous. They
unhappy.
like to tease Pluto a lot.
They're very. If you really focus in and watch chipmunks do their thing, they're very miserable bastards.
Oh.
So I think they're capturing the essence of.
Is that what it is?
Pretty well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect casting.
It's fine time they told the real story.
Yes, it is about time.
Again, the behind. That's what this is. The behind the music of
Just
Chippendale.
bummed. Yeah. All right.
Because you know what movies I do like? Toy Story. Toy Story is what? Great movies that just tell a great story about a great gang that go on an adventure.
Right.
Like you can still make good movies, not this bullshit.
So are you excited about Buzz? I know it takes a lot to get him to curse,
right?
I know.
That's right,
man. You just have Disney just ruin their IP, and this guy starts cursing up.
We have to touch on this again.
Clay all of a sudden.
We have to touch on this again when we notice what they didn't put in there that they maybe even calculatedly tried to avoid. I don't know.
What's that?
Where's Gadget? Remember what they did about Lola Bunny? Remember all the Lola Bunny hype?
Yes.
Gadget's got all that hype too. Gadget ruined a generation of young men apparently. And we'll see what the reaction is when Gadget shows up. And if she's hot or not. Hot CG mouse.
They're
What
going to
is
make her
wrong
frumpy.
with people, right? Like, who knows? So that'll
I
be...
do remember Gadget. And Gadget had a rocking body.
See that?
Mm-hmm.
See that? And that's this guy saying it. That's what he remembers.
That's what I remember. Yeah, I don't even remember Chip or Dale.
He doesn't.
No, I do remember Chip and Dale. In fact, actually, I feel like the live action series that's based on Chip and Dale is called Wings. You ever see the show Wings on
The show
NBC?
Wings, yeah.
Well, that was literally Chip and Dale.
You
That
think
was
that's
the
what that
adult version.
was?
Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah, straight down to the Hawaiian shirt.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Think
That's
about
really
that.
funny.
Wrap your mind around that. How high are you to understand that reference there, Hot Rock?
Right? A Sweet Wings reference. Look at that.
I don't understand anything that's going on right now. Honestly, I'm watching Powers get so angry at this. I'm like, it's Seth Rogen in it. If he smokes weed, I'm gonna be excited to go see this movie, yo.
That's true.
And now that it's legal everywhere, they can put it in Disney movies now. Come on.
Oh,
yo.
yeah, I know, right? Well, we got 7 seconds here. We're gonna get live on the air. Let's talk about a fail, and I'll show this video. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I got a horrific video that I'm going to show on the podcast broadcast stream, but I'll tell you about it because there was a guy who was in the middle of a bike race. Did you guys see this? This went viral just the other day. He's in the middle of a bike race and he's doing pretty good. He's just chilling, bike riding, doing what you will. And then a bull was in the road. All right.
What?
So this is, it's not good when you see a bull in the middle of your path. Now, you see the bull in this video that I'm showing you on the stream. Now, any smart person would probably not continue on the path where a bull is standing in the middle of it, but maybe this guy's not a smart person, because what you'll see is he'll try to go around the bull.
Oh, man.
Bull takes him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this happened to another. I gotta watch it again. It's so funny, but like this happened.
He's gonna think you're a predator. You're on a machine.
Yeah.
And even if you're a guy, he's gonna come after you. That's what they do.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. Yeah.
It's happened twice. So it wasn't to just this guy, because this guy got destroyed. But the bull stayed around the path, and another biker was coming along, still in the race, and at the time was not in first place. He was behind the original guy who got his ass kicked by the bull and tried to make the same mistake. And unfortunately, he got gored as well.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this happened. It's not the Tour de France, but the Tour de France would be a lot better if they had bulls involved.
Oh, sure.
Even the video game.
Yeah.
That'd be the Tour de Spain, yo.
They gotta get, like, was that, where does that happen? The bulls of, is it
the running of the bulls in Spain? Yeah,
is
Hot Rock was right.
Pamplona?
Exactly.
Is it Pamplona? I don't even know. But that would be excellent. Why not?
Right. All right. Also, I got one more fail I'm going to show you here on the stream. Now, luckily, we live in Arizona. We don't have to deal with this kind of a snowstorm stuff unless you live in Flagstaff or up on top of Mount Lemmon. But this is a mistake that a lot of people end up making, is they leave their windows open. Well, this guy left his son on his wife's van, and this happened to be on Valentine's Day. It's a guy in Massachusetts, and it's the worst Valentine's Day ever for his wife, because she came out to go to work the next morning and realized that her van was filled with snow.
Yeah, we got
almost
about
to the top.
6 to 8 inches. Oh, where? In shotgun. That's where.
So he had to break he didn't realize it happened till Monday. So he left the sunroof open the entire weekend. It was just accumulating. And because his van was covered in snow, so he couldn't see inside it.
What an idiot.
Yes.
You live in Massachusetts?
Yeah. So luckily he didn't do too much damage, but he had to break the news to her that he snowed out her vehicle on Valentine's Day. So he gave her chocolates from Walgreens flowers and said, "Oh, by the way, you can't drive your van today."
here's an ice scraper. Oh, thanks. Yeah, you need a shovel as well.
All right, we're going to mess with Levi the Legend on our live podcast broadcast stream. We're hanging out with Hotrock Supajoint, and we have a whole lot more show to go, so keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear.
So back to Chip and no, I'm just
No one likes to see mad powers. Well, actually, they're just surprised by it.
No one does.
This guy does get mad. I see. Listening to this on the radio and watching the stream and having about 4-second gaps between is a trip. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
You got to work these dials like he does over here. And you got to make sure your volumes are up and down and oscillated all at the same time. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, you want to see here? I'm going to show you guys this. You want to see what I have to do here? I want to see your setup too, Hot Rock, because Hot Rock does the live stream as well each and every Weedness Day, which is today, 7 p.m. Superjoint.com is how you can check out Hot Rock's show. Let's look at his setup before we look at mine. His setup's probably better than mine, and that's why
I got some weed here, and I got a bong over there, and there's some weed back there, and we got some microphones, and there's some more weed.
See, that was like a cool place to chill.
That's
that
my
was so
setup,
fast.
yo.
Yeah. That was super fast. I'm going to show you my setup. Not as cool. Not a lot less weed. Radio and pack the weed.
Are you in 360? Are you in low? You're in low res. Oh no,
I'm
wait,
not in
maybe
low
it just
res.
cleared.
Yeah, no, I'm in 720p.
Are you sure? Shh. Look at the lettering on the side.
Look, my face is low res, but my camera's not. All right. I had a weird situation where this is happening a lot to me now when I show my ID. I'm shocking people with my age, and which is a compliment and an insult at the same time. But so I go into the Circle K yesterday. I'm buying something, pods. So I need to show him my ID. The guy looks like he was a roadie during the 80s and just lived a long, hard life. Like he's leathered and weathered, beat up and methed out. Okay, he's wearing this like weird bandana that's never been washed, right? And
It's like my wig.
yeah. So it's very stereotypical gas station employee in certain parts of town, right? So, anyways, I show him my ID, and he goes, "Huh, wow, I didn't expect you to be this old. You're closer to my age than I assumed." And I'm like, "Shit, I'm closer to your age because you look 90." Like, so I was complimented and at the same time terrified.
That's good. No, that's exactly
I'm
it.
like, don't tell me you're 44 years old because fuck, dude, you're about to die. Like, there's no way. Because he looked 60. He looked damn near 60, and I'm not there. But, I told him, I was like, the backwards hat takes years off my life, just like a wig.
Do you know, I was going to make that joke to you at some point where I was just like, yo, do you want to see me actually? I want to go 10 years younger right now.
Mm-hmm. Done.
I look 10 years younger.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Like,
well, not the way you wear it. The way you wear it, actually, you look like you look like a 12-year-old that got transported into a middle-aged man's body.
Even better.
That's not how you wear a hat backwards. Haven't you learned anything?
What do you mean? What are you doing so professional? Look at Hotrock.
There you go. That's good. That's good. You got the mullet in the front. All right, I'm going to show you my little setup here. So this is what I have to do before I go on the air and when we go into the stream. Okay.
Whoa!
I'll try not to be as like fast moving and seizure induced. All right. So of course I got my laptop back here. All right. So here's my board, and let me show you the board here. So say this is Hotrock's channel. So see, I got 3 buttons all lit up. And then this button right here, this is the program button. When I hit that button, as you see right here, like my songs, they're all in program, but we can't hear the songs. Now, if I pressed audition, you hear the song, right? Yeah. So I got to keep these channels in program, and I keep them out of audition. Now, if I want to play like my intro song that I do every morning, then I have to basically put right. So whenever I get on the air, I gotta not only turn on my mics here, but I also have to make sure that I go in program. And then when I'm off, we go seamlessly from the radio to the podcast broadcast stream. Obviously, I don't want them to hear us talking anymore. We're playing music. Then I take myself out of program. I'm doing all this while dropping sound effects, playing bed music, running comments on the stream, pulling together information for content that we're going to talk about next, and just all the other BS. Yeah.
Wait, I think I was just wearing my hat ironically, Todd. That's the point.
No,
is it just? Oh, you can't have we can't have 2 hats in the same room.
No, you could totally wear 2 hats in the same room. I don't think you rock the backwards hat cool looking. I think you've been so geek chic for so long.
I am geek chic.
I don't think and you dress like every single character. I don't think you could dress up as cool, and I mean this as a compliment.
I can dress up as cool, but it is a dress up.
yeah
It's a costume.
I want to see on Friday. Okay, let's call it
I was gonna wear Batman stuff on Friday, but go on.
See, look at this. I want to see you dress as cool as can be. Like
I'm gonna dress
literally
Tucson cool,
and not like a character of the Fonz. I want you to go, Tucson cool, and that means
because I know that's like a plaid shirt with the sleeves rolled up,
draw on your face
underneath.
if you have to. Yeah.
Okay. Some sort of t-shirt underneath. It's got to be the right type of hip, right? It can't be a graphic logo. It's not a graphic tee. It's got to be a different type of tee.
Well, it depends on the tee. Well, as long as it's not something that's
and then you
branded or trademarked by Disney.
Right. And then you want unless it's really weathered, okay? Mm-hmm. Or they're in hip hop clothes from the 90s. Right. So
yeah.
See, I know.
I mean, look at Hotrock here.
I know Hotrock is a tentpole of fashion. Okay?
No matter what persona he tries to take on, he still looks like a rock star. It still looks like, yeah. So, he could dress in character and be cool. You dress in characters and you got geek chic, I mean,
I do all right. There's not much I got to change because I'm wearing gold shoes. These are my black tie pants.
What are you talking about? You think the gold shoes are going to make you look cool?
The gold shoes work everywhere. That is what makes me look cool.
They work.
Trust me.
They work, but they don't say that guy right there is cool.
Baloney. Okay. You want to know how you test how you cool? This is, and I don't want to sound horrible. I don't want to say this on the radio.
This
Yes.
right here.
All right. But just like when I was walking around that tracksuit, let me tell you something. If all your black friends and black strangers in the street say, you look cool, you look cool.
Yes.
All right. So
Yes.
take that.
Yes. When you wear the tracksuit does look cool.
Right. And the gold shoes work every time. I get stopped in the streets. Literally, I will cross the crosswalk, people shout outside their car.
Right.
All right. So the gold shoes work.
Well, that's peacocking, but that doesn't
That's
necessarily mean
cool.
cool. Sometimes
They are cool. All
I'm-
right.
mm,
I'm telling you, gold shoes cool, sorry.
they're cool in a way that
Now, if I light them up, not cool. Remember, they're lights.
oh shit, yeah. I
See?
mean, you might as well have wheels.
That's right.
You got child shoes. If a third grader was like, I want those shoes, that's not necessarily cool.
Hmm.
Unless you're talking about
Unless
Jordans.
everyone wants these shoes, which everyone does want these gold shoes.
Gold Shoes says, I'm single and for a reason.
Not true at all. Again, this is coming from a man that doesn't know how to grill a steak. He doesn't know he's doing.
Oh, he,
All right.
well, he messes up one grilling and all of a
Yeah,
sudden
he ain't
doesn't-
living it down.
He's the Arizona griller.
Yeah, supposedly.
Well, Mike Dane does think the shoes are fly as hell.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay, we all know that. I own 6 pairs of these. All right. So,
Do you really?
yeah, that's because I got them from terrible China or whatever, and they break after 3-4 months. So I got to get a new pair. But they're very cheap, so it's not a big deal. 6 of these have equaled, I think, 1 pair of Jordans. And
Right.
everyone always thinks they're Jordans. That's the other thing. So that's also why they're cool. People always think I'm wearing this like fly pair of Jordans that cost like $300 that exists, and I'm like, nope. You know?
No.
Yeah.
Oh no. You
Yeah.
don't know my budget.
That's right.
Mhm.
All right. So I know what I'm doing. I know how to do this hip. I'll wear my favorite hat. I'll wear a hat that I think is my cool hat.
Okay. I
All
look
right.
forward to it. So Friday, guys, when you tune into the podcast broadcast, we're going to have the coolest version of Powers, the
Fashion.
multiverse cool guy, the guy
Fashion.
that was voted most likely to skip class and bang the head cheerleader.
I never skipped class
Powers.
in school. Ever
no
one
shit.
time.
You can tell by the way you dress.
I know.
Pay attention. Nerd.
I'm so pissed too. I cared so much back then. And then my friend that went to 2 classes, he graduated the same day.
Yes, he did. Hot Rock, what do you have going on for your show tonight? What
We
are-
we got cartoons and new music, man. I put out the content call on Monday, and I was just going through this stuff before we came online today. And we got so many cartoons and so many musics that we're going to be listening to tonight. It's going to be awesome. I didn't do any preview hacks. I was going to do that. I saw that you guys were checking out the Multiverse of Madness. I was going to do the Multiverse of Marijuana, but then I got high and forgot to do it. So maybe next week, yeah.
I mean, that's a very, very like layered trailer to break down. So that's going to be some work for sure. But I look forward to it if you do. The Multiverse of Marijuana sounds like another hit.
Or Marijuana of Madness. I ain't sure which one it is yet. So it'll figure itself out. Maybe I'll do 2 because it's a multiverse thing. So maybe it's like I gotta have like 7 different ones inside of it.
That's so funny.
100%. You nailed it right there. You definitely need to do multiple for that. We did a lot, yeah. So a live reaction video to the trailer, kind of breaking it down. And I've been watching, those Easter egg trailers. That's where I get a lot of my info. And it's great too because we did the live reaction video first, and then I was watching Easter egg videos yesterday. And the Easter egg guys were really pointing out what Powers was already on. Like he was already on top of that stuff. He was calling it from a mile away, which is super impressive. There's so much stuff that they're going to reveal and unpack in Multiverse of Madness that the novice viewer like myself doesn't get, doesn't even see coming. My mind's going to be blown. He's going to be like, called it. Saw it on page 17.
That's right. Back in 1968 in Fantastic Four number 38, Reed Richards sat like that. That is Batman's silhouette.
That's amazing. Yeah. And they're saying it's going to be Reed Richards. It's going to be one of the, Illuminati, if you will. And then John Krasinski might be that dude because he's been wanting it so bad. So Marvel might be like, yeah, sure, Jim.
Yay. Hey, he's done a lot for himself as far as like his career because he's the one he wrote, starred, and then directed in The Quiet Place, right?
Yeah,
does the sequel. That does very well.
And don't forget, he's married to Emily Blunt, who's a Disney contracted player. Let's get on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're hanging out on the podcast broadcast stream with weed rapper Hotrock Supajoint talking about his potential upcoming movie hack, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Of course, he would have his own title for it. And we're just geeking out about the Multiverse of Madness, which Powers and I did a reaction video to the trailer that was dropped on Super Bowl Sunday. And we're predicting a lot of things. One of the things that Powers is predicting that other experts, I will say, and he is, along, fellow company, he's an expert when it comes to this comic book stuff for sure, is that Patrick Stewart will revise his role as Professor X.
It's coming.
Meaning that it's going to be the introduction to X-Men into the Marvel Universe. And this is a big deal. Now, the question is, though, why would Patrick Stewart return? Because he stated that by no means at all.
Money. That's why he's returning, homie.
That he was 100% done with the character after Logan because Logan was such a fitting ending to the role. And Patrick Stewart, yes, they're gonna back up the money truck to his house, but he's made tons of money and he's knocking on heaven's door. Let's not forget that he's a very old man.
You say that, but don't forget this: Picard season 2 is coming out, and they just did season 3. The man just started and did season 1 of a full series. He's working hard. He's back. He's been working, and I think that he, just like Star Wars stuff, is going to be like CG Professor X,
right?
Like the way we're dealing with Mark Hamill. Like Mark Hamill is
I don't
Luke
want that.
Skywalker.
You know why? Because that just takes away more jobs, man. And I'm not an actor, but
there's a multiverse for everyone. Don't worry.
He needs to act younger, man. He's an actor. He should act younger.
Well, they could do that. They could make him act younger. They could CGI his face and make him.
And we have that guy too. We have younger Professor X exists as well. It's a multiverse.
James McAvoy.
Yes.
But I will say this. Luckily, because The Irishman was put out, I can't be worried about old actors taking young roles because CGI, because you saw how De Niro moved like, an old man when he was supposedly 35 years old and beating ass on the street. He looked like your great grandfather walking the street. So they're still a ways away from actually capturing that magic.
Yeah.
But yes, Professor X being in Doctor Strange when it comes this summer is something to look forward to. What's another potential spoiler that we learned from the trailer there, Powers?
Well, there was the long trailer, but then it looks like the Super Bowl commercial was a little different. And that one featured that Z word. Zombies might show up in the Marvel Universe in this movie.
Yes. And in the introduction to basically the horror part of Marvel.
Yes.
So zombies lead to Ghost Rider, leads to everything else that are like basically Blade and that whole universe.
Yep.
So yeah, it's all going to be revealed this summer when Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness drops. But before then, just keep an eye out for Hotrock Supajoint's movie preview hack, Doctor Strange, the Marijuana of Madness, or something marijuana related.
The multiverse of marijuana. What are those two, homie?
Yeah, whichever one you land on after a couple hits. Let's hit the reset. We'll keep the conversation going on the podcast broadcast stream. We'll be back with your beef tip after this. Clear. All right. So what's
I'm excited. Yes. I'm super pumped.
Ghost Rider in MCU would be fantastic. Oh, you think? Okay, let me ask you this question, guys. A serious question.
Oh.
Did Wesley Snipes and Nicolas Cage both get screwed because they jumped the gun, or they were kind of like on it first before this whole Marvel explosion? No.
They paved the way, homie.
Yeah, they paved the way.
And Nicolas Cage would not get this role today.
No,
he's also
should, though.
15 years older.
Yeah,
Ghost Rider is one of the worst movies ever. That movie was I'm sorry, let me tell you. Know what else? One of the worst movies ever. If you've never seen it, Punisher Warzone. The second. There's a scene in that. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen. Did you see Punisher Warzone, Hotrock?
Yes, I've seen Punisher Warzone. I see all the movies, homie.
Okay, so did you remember the sequel to Punisher?
I don't remember anything, homie.
That's so funny. So there's a scene in it, right? Okay. And now the budget's way cut. It's trash. It's a new Punisher, right? And you got these it's gang members. You can tell because they look a little alternative, and they're being all like snapping fingers on a roof, like West Side Story, doing shit, right? And they gotta jump from rooftop to rooftop. And then, like a video game, you hear and a missile comes in from like your perspective and like blows a man up as he's doing a flip. The flip looks like they took the cut out of him and like spun it on a board. It's one of the worst special effects I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
It is such trash. It's so bad. Ghost Rider, though, there are only 2 movies I've ever stopped and was like, we got to stop for a second. And I never.
Are you talking
Never
about the first
Ghost
Ghost
Rider.
Rider movie or the
Yeah.
second Ghost Rider movie?
The first
They
one.
did make a second,
They
so
made a
how could it be
second.
that bad if they made a sequel to it?
And the second looked better because there was Ghost Rider on a horse. So I'm like, oh, horse Ghost Rider.
I liked his bubbly leather jacket, his oily, bubbly leather jacket. That was so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ridiculous. So I don't know. Like, that's the thing. They did not miss the boat. And Blade had a hell of a run. And Blade
Yes.
Trinity. This is the thing. Would we even have Ryan Reynolds doing what he's doing without being in Blade Trinity? He stole Blade Trinity. It was so good.
Yeah.
Well, the third one, yeah.
Yeah, it was such a good one. So I don't know, man. Like, Blade might still be able to sneak it. The thing about all these guys, they're supposed to be happy. They will have a cameo one day. Like, it is the multiverse. They have not been erased, which is what some of these things did. They were going to erase the movies.
Right.
That's what Sony saved. They're like, you cannot erase these Spider-Man movies. You're going to make them count. And now the multiverse makes all the movies count.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, which is kind of confusing, but not. And it's kind of like a lazy way to be like, everything counts. Yay.
It's a weird way to fix it.
Right. Yeah.
Don't get me started on where they're at the comics.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Let's move forward. Dirt McGirt's asking what that rattle sound is that's coming from you, Hot Rock. Why are you?
I got
rolling. What is that?
It might be my chair. I got a chair I'm rocking it and wiggling around it, homie. It's probably what
it's not any kind of jewelry that.
No, it's too early for jewelry, homie. I just woke up. I threw on the glasses and the wig. I ain't even got no eye makeup on right now, homie. I feel naked, yo.
Can't tell with the glasses. It's time for our real man of the week. This real man.
It's nice to be here. Thank you. It's
no,
me.
No. I didn't say real geeky looking man.
This shirt's awesome.
Yeah. Again.
Well.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's geek chic. It's geek chic.
It is.
Look, you're wearing a Beetlejuice hat
because I want to match it. Boom, there you go. Horror was the theme. All
okay,
black
let's
was
stay
the theme.
focused. I can't. No, because I can't start focusing on your outfit because I won't be able to get anything done. Well, Geek Chic Friday morning. Cool Powers will be our guest, so keep an eye out for that.
I can't wait to meet him.
Yes, and if you want to get a lesson as to how to be a cool man, you could be like this man, this 61-year-old who just basically broke a fishing record, a local fishing record. He got the biggest fish in this town that the town has seen in years, so many years. Let's see, what was the record? The fishing record was for a 12-pound, 4-ounce fish caught in Wrightsville Beach near Wilmington. Now, it was set back in 1961. So 1961 was the initial record that he just beat. And hold on, I'm going to get a bigger picture of this guy because this real man needs to be celebrated. Because why? I mean, breaking a fishing record, that's impressive. But what's even more impressive is he did it with a fishing pole that he made himself by hand.
Ooh.
That's right. A man's man. He not only fished his way to a new record, he caught this whopper of a fish with a homemade pole that he whittled and he just customized. Wow. And he basically had it in his mind. He's like, I'm going to catch this legendary monster in the area. They all heard about a fish this size. No one believed it existed. They thought it was just local folklore.
Catfish hunter.
Yeah, there's like no way there's going to be a fish this big. 1961, fish ate like real fish. They were bigger back then. Now we have the pussified fishes. They're all small and vegan, right? So you're not going to catch a fish that big. And he said, hold my piece of wood as I whittle it into a huge throbbing rod that's going to attract all. And that's what happened. So he is our real man of the week. I just wanted to share that with you.
I'll tell you, for being a little unprepared, what you were going to say, that was excellent.
Thank you.
Because that was a lot of hilariousness, and fishes sounds like bitch. That was good stuff.
You like how I sound unprepared? I over prepare for everything. It's just the way that I present the show.
That's
like a babbling. It's on brand.
He writes all the stammering. It's all in there.
Yeah, sorry.
We got the same thing.
Yeah, I go dot 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 dot.
Yeah.
Don't forget 3 dot 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 dot. Stutter. Missing out word. Nail it. Yeah, that's how you do it.
So good. See, there you go.
Professional.
Well done.
Professional.
Every once in a while, you just got to do it. You got
exactly.
Drink it in.
Hotrock Supajoint's Super Show is tonight, 7 p.m. Supershow.com, and that's SUPA.
Or Super.show. Super.show.
He'll get it one of these weeks.
I wrote that down on purpose for you to correct it. That's how we do that. And I still have information here. You can follow Hotrock Supajoint at Hotrock Supajoint 420 and check out his live show every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. at superjoint.com. Did you change it?
Well, it's superjoint.com is my website, but then if you go to super.show, that takes you directly to where you can find the podcast every week.
The podcast, yes.
Podcast.
It's fantastic. And again, I always challenge everybody to watch the stream. If you partake in partying, smoke a little bit, try to keep up with the guys. And it's very hard to do. It's from beginning to end. And I'm sure even that's part of your prep, right? You get high before you start the show, and then you start the show and start getting high again. So you prepare. I'm
10 hours before the show, and I'm prepping right now. Homie, I'm ready for this.
This guy, workaholic. When it comes to preparing the show, nobody prepares the show harder than Hotrock. He's been preparing his whole life.
420 days prep.
Is there a day that sometimes how you doing just some real stuff with family, so whatever it is, and you don't get to smoke and you might actually skip a day and not smoke weed?
No.
It's been a long time for me too.
No, homie.
No, homie. What are you talking about, yo?
I'm just asking questions.
I got a kid. I got a 15-year-old. I need to be high so I can deal with this crazy 15-year-old craziness.
I do love the fact you both have 15-year-olds and can relate with some of that stuff.
I know. Well, I have a 16-year-old.
16-year-old.
I tell the story in F My Life today. I shared my own F My Life situation. I'll share it with you guys on the stream. Hold on. I got to just squeeze in a sweep before I there it is.
He's oscillating all them buttons and switches and dials and stuff.
Yeah.
He only showed you some stuff. He didn't actually show you the whole thing.
I have to go. So
you got a whole computer set up.
Look at all those computers, yo.
Yeah, several keyboards.
I know. I wish I had more. I should have multiple screens and monitors. This is still makeshift. This is the broom closet, and broom closet's kind of a joke, but it's kind of real. It's based in reality. They are building a new studio for KFMA. Will it be my studio? Will it be for the future? We'll find out here in about 4 months as to whether or not they keep me around. But if they do keep me around, then it is a new built studio for me. And then the show itself, the podcast broadcast stream is going to look a lot better because we have major plans and kind of renovating it the way they're going to be changing the room up. Not going to be all Joe Rogan, but it will be, it'll be podcast worthy of a studio. It'll look good.
Do you both be in the same room, or are you in different rooms right now?
No, we're in the same room.
In the same room? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's touching. Look
at Beef. God damn it.
About that. I made him really uncomfortable now.
He calls me baby all the time, and then he's got very soft hands. It's confusing. Okay, so
I'm a cartoonist.
Oh,
They only held pencils and not bricks.
So back to my life story. Well, yesterday we had Aaron from Fired Pie in studio, and I was self-conscious about because I haven't been doing much labor, so my hands are kind of soft, and I shook his hand afterwards, thanks for coming by, and he kind of had a demeanor change in his face, and I'm like, uh-oh, does my hand feel like a bitch? Do I have little soft painted hands, or are you just I'm disappointed in your manliness? I thought your voice would match your hand, but it's not. This is what I'm thinking as I'm saying goodbye. I'm thanks for coming on. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I not shaking strong enough? Respect me. Yes, I'm mental.
Oh my God.
Yes.
You and your stupid man stuff. I can't even believe how much bullshit's swimming around in there. I hope this handshake manly enough.
Yeah.
Is my hand too?
So the other day, it was Valentine's Day, of course, right? I know you and Baby K celebrated. I got a card and got a gift from my girlfriend on Valentine's Day, and she wrote a lovely little note in there, apologizing for being crazy and saying she loves me. And she signed it I love you and I love your dick, right? Which is a very nice thing to say. My dick approves. My dick likes to hear these things. In fact, I My dick needs constant reassurance.
I think that was really good. Like, she definitely knows you.
Yeah, more so. I know. I mean, what better way to showcase my insecurities than have her write that in a note? Like, hey, I know that you really care about this. So just to reiterate, not emotionally cheating on you. I love your penis. So I'm like, okay. And so I felt that was nice. And my daughter, she's currently not too happy. She read the card.
Oh,
yeah. And she's 16 years old, and she's like, ugh. And you guys are weird, and that's just terrible, right? And I'm like, why did you read the card? And she's like, it was displayed on the counter.
Like, it's sitting on the table.
It was. It's like,
it was just right there.
Yeah, it's standing upright. It's on top of a package. It's literally like, hey, check out this beautiful card and a note. And so she read it because it's there on display. And I'm like, oh yeah.
That is so funny.
Right. And so now my daughter's being all awkward to my girlfriend about it. And I'm like, you should really appreciate that I found someone that loves your dad's dick so much.
Oh my
God. I'm like, why can't you appreciate that? I've been searching my whole life for someone to love this dick. And I found someone who really, really loves. You live in the same house. You hear her. Right?
Oh my God.
But yeah, she doesn't like to hear any of that.
15-year-olds, Toby. 16-year-olds.
I know. So yeah, that's the awkwardness that we're getting through today. I'm just gonna show this real quick. Our beef tip. We'll be talking about Beavis and Butthead, so it's not a real tip, but it's something to be excited about. We got about 10 seconds, and then we're gonna wrap things up. Hot Rock, as always, thank you so much for joining the stream, my friend.
Thanks for having me, homies.
Yeah, stay on here. We're gonna get on the air right now.
Okay.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. So we're almost out of time, but I do want to leave you with this. This is good news for Beavis and Butthead fans. Present company included.
Yeah.
I love me some Beavis and Butthead. Powers, you love you some Beavis and Butthead?
Oh, yeah.
Hot Rock, do you love yourself some Beavis and Butthead?
Love it.
Yes. And Beavis and Butthead is coming back with Mike Judge. It's all part of Paramount Plus deal. Now, initially, they were going to renew 2 seasons on Comedy Central.
Mm-hmm.
That's not happening anymore. They scrapped that. They said, you know what? We own Paramount Plus. We want people to buy the stream or, subscribe to the stream. So they're moving the season of Beavis and Butthead to Paramount Plus. So you'll probably be able to see it all at once. It's binge worthy. And they're also going to debut a movie. They finally revealed what the title of this movie is going to be. You remember what their initial movie was called, right?
Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Correct. This movie, which is a sequel to Beavis and Butthead Do America, is called Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we actually got a little bit of the plot line, something to look forward to. In this movie, they say that in perhaps the dumbest space movie ever made, Beavis and Butthead are sentenced to space camp by a creative judge in 1998. Their obsession with docking simulator. Yeah. Leads to a trip on the space shuttle, which predictably turns disastrous. After going through a black hole, they reemerge in our time where they look for love, misuse iPhones, and are hunted by the deep state. Spoiler alert, they don't score. They also are going to be in their mid-40s, and I think I have a picture right here. I do. You'll be able to see the mid-40-year-old version of Beavis and Butthead and Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. And that should be dropping on Paramount Plus. I believe May 20th was the date that I saw, but it could be wrong. Something you can find out on Google. So I'm very excited about that. I just wanted to share you that information. So Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe is the name of the movie, and that was just revealed this morning. So be stoked. I know I am.
I'm stoked, homie.
Yeah. All right. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on the podcast broadcast stream. You guys can subscribe to the YouTube page, youtube.com/beefvegan. Don't forget Hotrock Supajoint's doing his Weedness Super Show podcast. You can go to superjoint.com at 7 p.m. to see that. Tomorrow morning is going to be Thursday. We'll do news for noobs and give away tickets for the Tucson Roadrunners. Riley's up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of beef, soon will come and empty all your grief.
What?
But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.